it would appear as though my base of operations has been infiltrated. What are you doing on my keyboard? Hey. That look of innocence. Oh God. Oh God. Definitely time to eat, I'd say. Let me preface today by saying that yesterday was very much one of those days where literally nothing went to plan. Anyway, meal number one here. But before I dive into it, it's nearly 3 p.m. Yesterday I had my physiologist appointment, and it turns out, thankfully, that there's nothing major causing my knee pain. There's nothing serious or severe. It simply just comes down to weak, underdeveloped rectus femoris muscles. So essentially the crux of the matter is I just have to get my rectus femoris muscles stronger and able to shorten a lot more than they can currently, and not compensate by going into posterior pelvic tilt when I do my squats. So when I'm doing my squats, my body's basically going into posterior tilt. It's losing that pelvic position that I want to essentially maintain, and that's what's causing all of my knee issues. So yeah, we ruled out tendinopathy, things like that, which is good because tendinopathy is a pain in the ass to rehabilitate, whereas anything muscular, anything muscle related is a lot quicker to rehabilitate and correct. Fixing a muscular imbalance or a tight muscle or a weak muscle is always going to be hands down a lot faster than addressing something that's tendon related due to the differences in blood flow to those various tissues. Tendons, ligaments don't get the same kind of blood flow and therefore don't benefit from the same recovery ability that muscle tissue does. But same meal, nothing just really changed, to be honest. It's easy, 130 carbs to eat. I finished my first block of work, which was an extra long block of work today. I don't think anybody is as technologically illiterate as I am. I deleted every single one of my clients' nutrition plan spreadsheets the other day unintentionally. So I've spent the entire morning not only catching up on Tuesday check-ins, but also basically redesigning everybody's nutrition plan spreadsheets. But that's all amended. Leg day today, so I'll do my movement prep that I got from Tom, and I might even show you a little bit of that. It's pretty boring shit, but it needs to be done. And he said turnaround time probably 3 to 4 weeks, everything should feel great again, and I'll just suddenly notice it, kind of like a limiter being taken off my strength, my ability to express my strength. Easier leg session today though. I've just got to scale the load back temporarily until I do gain that mobility in my rec fems. A little bit lighter on leg extensions, things like that, really focusing on execution to achieve a certain outcome, and then I'll be able to start full sending it over time. But I'm just glad that I don't have any major issues. That was a big relief to hear that. Time to dive into this, another block of work. I've also got to sort out my passport because Michaela and we have to head to the Philippines. I've got a couple of athletes competing over there later this year, so we need to sort out our passports, flights, that sort of thing. So I'll sort that all out today, and a few other errands to run. So I'll go one of these, 2 of these, and because I forgot to take these earlier with my morning coffee, I'll take it with this decaf coffee, NMN, and L-theanine, just to help with focus and cognition, basically. Okay, so you can kind of see what I have here. So what I'm really trying to do is find that anterior tilt, and almost kind of like the opposite of what you want to do when you're trying to stack in a squat. So when you're trying to stack your diaphragm in a squat, you want to think belt buckle to belly button. This, you want to think tailbone to traps, basically. And just kind of finding that and holding that for 30 seconds. Now, it's not important that you get exactly 30 seconds, but rather just get close to it. And now with these, ideally, what I want to be able to do is get to about 90 degrees while maintaining anterior tilt. You'll see how atrocious my range of motion is in a minute. If I go any higher, I want to compensate by tucking my pelvis under, which is what you don't want to do. But as you can see, my range of motion has a lot to be desired. By the time I get to 90 degrees effectively, Tom basically said to me, that's when I'll be able to squat like ass to grass without any pain or any issues. This next bit of my movement prep to unfuck my rectus femoris muscles is basically back extensions while maintaining anterior tilt. So I got to get into a bit of anterior tilt and maintain that. And then as I'm going down on the eccentric, I'm thinking about pulling myself toward the ground rather than lowering myself. But yeah, it's really crucial that I maintain anterior pelvic tilt to make sure that the rec fem get what they need out of this. If you wanted to actually train your glutes or something, then you'd want to keep a neutral pelvis. But for the purpose of what I'm doing these for, you actually want to go into a duck butt position, which isn't ideal for a lot of things. The final warm-up exercise or bit of movement prep is basically like a modified, bastardized version of the leg extension. I'm leaning all the way forward, or as far forward as I can, while I maintain anterior tilt. And then I'm just basically doing extensions, partial range of motion as high as I can go without dipping into that like butt wink position or that posterior tilt. Yeah, time to finally start the actual session. Alright, so this will be working set number 1, I'd say. A lot lighter than usual, but got to do what's necessary.
Let's go. Come on.
One more.
No, I didn't touch it.
Ah, okay.
Down your way. Oh, go back off. Let me grab my plate. Oh. Yeah, grab mine. Come on. How's your week going? One after the Boyfriend, he says he's got beef. Vegetarian, I ain't fucking scared of him.
Beginning of my session, I'm only going to add 20 kilo instead of 25. And if I get within the same vicinity of reps as what I did last week, then I'll consider that a win. I don't expect to match reps. I don't think I expect to beat reps because I'm going into this a lot more pre-fatigued. So, see how this goes. Back off step, just the stack minus the gym pin.